Hello and welcome to Casting Roles. We're a bunch of theater nerds and good friends play a little D&D. We're so happy that you've joined us. I take it a moment to subscribe to the show. It just takes a click and gains our unending thanks. Drop us a like and leave us a comment for campaign 2. Our videos are uploaded here on YouTube every Friday, and we have tons of great content to explore. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start the show. Last time, our crew of adventurers delved into the Aether Haze ridden reserved section of the Opaline University Library. There, you encountered Aether husks, living spells, and eventually found your way to a secret chamber where Indira's Curiosity was performing experiments on husks while a sentient identify spell called Spectre and an Aether husk named Free watched on. After appealing to her curiosity, the team managed to hide her away in their portable hole, along with Spectre, and gifted Free the ability of speech. As they prepared to leave, they realized all of the husks in the library were attracted to the magic in the chamber, and Kieran, the only member of the party without spell slots to eat, left the chamber to face
or
off.
Or any other kind of magic on him.
Right. You did do that.
Yep, left the chamber.
Stick in a portable hole.
Well, I think the portable hole is with one of you all. I don't know.
That's right.
Ravik has the hole.
Yeah, Ravik has the portable hole. And
Ravik has the hole.
Buy your t-shirt. Call it something else.
Buy your t-shirts now on.
Just remind it, instead of portable hole, it's a pole.
It's just
Ravik has the pole.
It's a pee hole.
That's not better, That's not better.
Please don't let
Call
that
it
get
the dimensional space.
There you
Portal
go.
dimensional space.
Well, as Kieran stepped out to face off against the Aether husks alone, we'll go ahead and pick up there. And I'll just give you a camera view of where we're at right now. As Ravik or Kieran, the door closes behind you, and you see the statues. There's about 9 here clustered around the door, ready to absorb the energies of any of the spellcasters who walk out, but they are all currently kind of frozen in their walk at this moment. What would you like to do?
Basically, I'm going to slide down, keeping them in my field of vision until I'm at one end. So they're all lined up in front of me.
Okay. Do you want to go to the left or the right? Probably
to the left.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're all lined up in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm going to start whacking the very first one, because if I can keep them all in my eye of vision and they don't move, I should theoretically be able to take these things out one by one.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and you get 2 attacks, right? So go ahead and make your
3, because I'm using an offhand weapon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Go ahead and make your
because I have dual weapon fighting.
Your 3 attack. Let's do the attacks one at a time here, just so you can get a sense of how many hit points they have.
Okay. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we are doing die 4 because it's one-handed.
No, remember you were in the hot spring, and so you have a die 6 for the day.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
And you get to roll an additional d6 because these are as the attribute of your blade. Yeah, because these are basically empty spell slots.
That is going to be 6 plus 7, 11.
11 points damage. Okay, so the first one you hit, you see like a crack on its that glass outer casing around it, but it doesn't shatter. You can make a second attack.
I'm going to do my offhand attack.
Okay. And this one,
that's a natural 18, so that's a 28.
Yeah, that'll hit. And this one won't get the bonus because it's your normal blade, but it will also be a d6. Yeah.
Okay, and so that is 7.
Okay, yeah. So as the second slash goes through, you crack through the outer glass casing, and that dust on the inside just scatters everywhere. But you notice that the blade that you're wielding, some of the dust like kind of rises up and sticks to it, almost like iron filaments in sand if you're rolling a magnet around, and the blade is like glowing a little bit more.
Which blade, the primary or my normal one?
Your primary blade with the with that made out of that magic wood.
Okay. Is it dead?
Yeah, that first one's dead.
Okay, I'm gonna whack the next one in line.
Okay.
That is does a 13 hit?
It does.
Okay. That's unexpected.
It is
14
sitting still. 14 hits. Yep.
Oh, 14 damage.
Oh, 14 points of damage. Yeah. So that is it's HP. So you smack into it with your next hit, and you course through, and the blue glow kind of increases as you pass through. And when you pull the blade out, there's just now like this swirling mass of the dust around the blade as this second one collapses into dust on the ground.
Okay, I'll just keep working my way through them.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Yeah, just go ahead and you can roll 3 attacks at once, and we'll just take the damage, and then as you move through.
Okay, and my light wood is the offhanded
Yeah.
attack.
Oh, did Rob freeze? Oh, there.
There's a 12 hit. Everybody.
12 misses.
frozen.
13 was
there you're back.
yeah. 13.
Does a 12 hit?
13 was the armor class.
Okay.
So yeah.
I like how
I rolled a 2.
we're just hearing you fucking around out there.
you guys are just hearing like crashing and like the sound of glass shattering.
This is like something from a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like the door closes, you just hear a ton of noise, and then like it opens back up, and there's just a ton of broken statuary.
Yep. I take one of them out.
Okay. Yep. One goes. As you move through, so that's now 3 down, and you move into the next cluster. There's 3 here right in front of you.
Yep. So
13 armor
those
class
all hit.
and 14 hit points.
Yep. So I'm going to do a full hand and offhand, and that is the full hand actually does 18, so that by itself.
Yep.
And the other, so that's 1, and then the other full hand and offhand, so that's 3 plus 5, that's 8, plus 7, so that's 15.
Yep. Good.
So another one.
Okay, so as you carve through the next 2, the amount of dust swirling around your blade is now kind of like vortexing like a DNA structure almost. It's like forming like along the lines of the magical wood in your blade. It's like forming like these magnetic parallels. And you suddenly see like the first one move, and then the second one move, and then the third and the fourth and the fifth. They are now, the blade that you're wielding has enough magical essence around it now that they are about to come for you. So we'll roll initiative.
Okay, and I am going to yell, "Time for some help!"
So everybody can roll initiative. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, let's
16.
get at it.
Okay. Anybody 25 to 20?
I got 22.
Okay, Bonnie. All right, anyone 19 to 20? 16 from Kieran. All right, Ravik, where you at?
16.
Okay, so you and Kieran are there
And-
together.
And I
My
got
dex
8.
is 19.
Okay, so Kieran will go first, and then Andalus
8.
8, and then Lucky rolled a 4. So Lucky will bring up the rear. All right. So Bonnie, you hear Kieran yell a little help out here, and as you're hearing the smashing of glass around, what would you like to do?
I'm going to charge out in the corridor. And I'm going to... Yeah, exactly. Perfect spot right there. So I'm within 5 of Kieran.
Yep.
And I will cast Divine Bulwark.
All right.
And smack the one in front of me with the shield.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Way to go, Bonnie.
Were we using the damage profile for the front door, Josh? I can't remember. Or
Yeah.
was that okay? Well, that's not great. 4 plus, I think I get a D6 for. Yeah, plus a D6 of radiant. So 4 damage, and then 4 damage radiant.
Okay, so 8 total damage to the one there in front of you.
Yeah.
And you can tell, Kieran, you've hacked through 5 of these already. You can tell that the hit that Bonnie just did on that, it did not crack as much as you when you were going through them. Now that they've activated, there's like an element of like strength within them that is now stronger than it was before. But 8 points of damage. Good. All right, that takes us to...
And I get...
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Do I get 2 attacks?
With as a paladin, do you have multi-attack?
I'm looking.
Well,
Yes. At 5.
At level
yeah,
5?
then
I
you
think?
should.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna beat him with a stick too.
Okay.
That's an 8, so I don't think I.
No, that misses. Yeah. All right. So that takes us to the husks. So the first 2 move into within range of you, Kieran, and Bonnie, and then the other 2 you just see suddenly like vanish as like the swirl of haze around them grows, and they just vanish for a moment, and then reappear behind you. As
Perfectly placed for Robik coming through the door.
yeah, as they're seemingly able to like somehow move within the haze itself. So Kieran, there's 2 attacks coming at you. No, 3 attacks coming at you. 2 of them with advantage. So the first one is a 16 to hit.
16 is my armor class.
Okay. The second one is higher than that, so that'll hit. And then the last one's not at advantage. That one will miss. That's only an 8.
I would like to use protection.
Okay. One of those.
Yeah.
Okay. What does that? It goes to you instead, or what? I can't remember what that does instead.
Imposes disadvantage on it.
Oh, okay. So the first one would miss then because the roll was lower than 16 for the because it was at advantage, but the roll would have been lower. So only one of the advantage ones hit then. So that's fine. 6 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams into you, and the moment it punches you, you see the dust swirling around your blade kind of begin to wrap around its arm, and so there's this pulse of energy that slams into you for a moment. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Okay. Con saving throw, con save is +4. Natural 16, so that's a dirty 20.
That's fine. So as it like pulls the energy into itself for a minute and then kind of overloads and releases, you feel this like force begin to push into you, but you are able to dodge out of the way enough with your and tighten your muscles, and the force energy does not impact you or cause any additional damage. All right, and then Bonnie, one attack against you. That is a 14 to hit. I think that misses, Bonnie.
That misses.
All right, it's cool. So as the other one comes to punch, you are able to dodge out of the way. All right, Kieran, that takes us to you.
Going first attack against the one that Bonnie has already stunned. That's a natural 1, so that misses.
Okay, so first one will miss.
And then I will do my offhand attack on that one. That's a 23.
That hits.
That is going to do 3 damage.
Okay, 3 points of damage to the one that was already damaged. All right, good. Yep.
And then I'm going to attack the other one beside that one that's facing me. That's a 15.
That hits.
Man, I'm rolling crappy, but good at the same time. And I do 14 of damage to that one.
14 points damage. As you crack into it, again, like the hardier outer shell, what would have been a death blow, you see the cracks form on its shell, but it does not go down.
Okay, right. So we have 2 pretty badly wounded and then 2.
Yeah. All right, that takes us to Ravik.
Ravik is going to... Can you point me out?
Yeah, you're right. So you can come out of the door.
Yep, I'm gonna make my way outside, and the closest one I'm just going to take a swing at with my scimitar.
All right. This is the one that is Bonnie already damaged.
Yeah, let's see if we can crash this one off the board. Okay, so that is a 12 to hit.
12 misses.
Wah, wah. Okay, I'm gonna use my extra attack feature with my Thirsting Blade. Is that 15 hit?
15 hits.
All right, so we're gonna do 15 damage, 10 damage.
Okay, that one shatters, and you see its outer shell kind of explode, but the dust, which had just kind of been just like falling to the ground, begins to like swirl up around all of you like a tornado, and even some of the dust on the ground begins to pick up and swirl around all of you from that shattering.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
And can I use my bonus action to do a light attack?
Yeah, with your crossbow. Yeah, the other one, which is also injured.
So I'm taking aim. Natural 20. A 20.
Fantastic.
Okay, so
Sweet.
14 damage.
That one similarly shatters. And its dust joins the tornado of dust from the others that have been brought down.
Well, that might not have been a good thing, folks.
We're building to a boss fight.
Maybe it's a good dust. Maybe it's a good dust tornado.
Perhaps.
Sure.
It's usually not, Bonnie, but I like your optimism. I'm just gonna hold where I am and take a fighting stance. Hopefully,
could at the end of your turn, the nearest bookshelves to you get disintegrated by the winds kicking up in this Aether tornado.
Oh no,
That's not good. Okay, that's not good.
As now like books are kind of flying through the air and just like falling off into the hallways, and the sound of this roaring is growing as you notice that the haze itself, I wonder if I can do this and it's visible on screen, is beginning to pick up pace and is moving a little bit faster. Oh, good.
Oh,
Do we want to
Perfect.
get Curiosity out of here before?
Curiosity's with us in the thing.
Yeah, they're in like
we're in
the extra dimensional space.
I keep that thing on me.
You're safely in the hole.
Yeah.
Ah.
Do you want to stay where you are, Ravik, or move?
I'm gonna try to get away from the swirling destruction cloud
Do you want to move towards the exit, or do you want to move just kind of this way?
Let's stay towards the exit, and I guess I'll yell. I think it's time to head out of here, folks.
All right. At the end of your turn, that takes us to Andalus.
Right. We're heading out. So we have 2 on us still.
Yeah, there's still 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoot kind of to the end of my thorn whip range.
Is that 10 feet?
I think it's 10.
Okay. You can get
And then
about-
I'll try to hit one of these guys.
Okay.
Go. That's 16.
That hits.
That is 7 damage.
All right. And it pulls closer to you, right?
I can choose to, but I'll
Okay.
leave it.
Perfect.
I won't
You can
pull
leave that there by
in
Kieran.
case.
All right. And then you want
I'll
Dottie
take
to
the
go?
rest. No, she decided she didn't want to fight this time.
There's-
I'll take the rest of my movement away from them.
Do you want to move towards Ravik or into one of these other halls?
I'll move towards Robin.
Okay, good. So you and Ravik are down in this
buddy.
other hallway here. All
Nice.
right, let me
Playing safe.
zoom out just a little bit for y'all. All right.
Saw a lot of menus that scared me.
And then that takes us to Lucky. Is anyone looking poorly?
I
think I'm
like-
I'm like half
damage to this.
of my.
You're at half your hit points.
Oh god.
Let me pull up Lucky's character sheet.
He's so lucky. He's a. I'm sorry.
All right.
Oh.
So in your direction, Ravik, you're at half.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we could run into some other atrocities on the way.
Yeah, you guys could.
The day is still early, but saying lowly little warlock here.
Well, then we'll do a level 1 cure wounds in your or level 1 healing word in your direction. It's a leveled spell, so she has to roll. Okay, that's fine. So you heal for 15 points of healing, Ravik.
that is make a world of difference.
Lucky's
Lucky, I
gonna-
appreciate you.
Nice.
Move down here. At the top of the initiative, everyone in this vicinity, I need you to make dexterity saving throws, which is now all of you. Yeah.
God. Oh no. Okay, that's my bad one.
Even innocent
21.
Ravik.
You're good, Karen?
Nat 20.
Nice, you're good. Andalus?
The heaviest one of us is fine in the swirling dust.
Which totally makes
I'm shocked.
absolute sense.
I'm
Yeah.
shocked.
I get really close to the ground.
He's buff.
Yeah.
Down. He crouches down.
I think,
Picture these little toe spikes just.
yeah.
Yep.
Bonnie?
I got 13.
Okay, so Bonnie and Lucky fail to save. So Bonnie, you feel yourself like. Oh, I thought you rolled Ravik.
I rolled a 9.
A 9, so Ravik also fails. So Ravik, Bonnie, and Lucky, all you see suddenly like lifted up by the energy of the storm, and thrown around. Ravik, you slam into this bookshelf. It falls over, and then joins the rest of the swirling mass there. Bonnie, you come around here and kind of fly above these heads and then hit into this wall on this side. Lucky swirls around and hits into the back wall. Ravik, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Bonnie, 2 points of bludgeoning damage, and Lucky takes. Oh, that's bad for Lucky. That's 6 points of bludgeoning damage too. That was max damage.
I'm just picturing like, look to the western sky.
Oh my god.
All right, and then that takes us to Bonnie.
Am I prone or am I just injured?
No, like you just like like it smacked you into the wall, and then you just kind of slid down the wall to your feet.
Okay.
You can get flanking with me.
You can.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make one attack with my stick, and then I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Sounds good. You can't the dodge action. So you can make you can use your action to make an attack, or you can use your action to do dodge. And if you do attack, you get 2 attacks. Yeah.
All right, I'll make 2 attacks then.
Perfect. Yeah. And one can be with the shield, I believe.
Okay, so I'll do 1 Staff of Flowers, 1 with the shield. Staff of Flowers missing in this game. That was an 11 to hit.
No, that is.
Yeah, the shield's doing pretty good. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
8 damage.
8 points of damage. That one, I think, is uninjured. Yeah, that's one of the uninjured ones. Yeah. All right. That takes us to the Aether Hulks. They are going to. Let's see if they get their blinking back. That one does. So you see one of them vanish from the space and then reappears behind Ravik over here. And then the other one is going to turn on you, Bonnie, here and make an attack on you. That will miss. That's only a 12. Ravik. That is a 16 against Ravik.
I think that's it. I think that meets my mage armor. I'm pretty sure it does. And if it beats it.
Okay, and you're.
Ravik, you have a shield token too right now. You know.
Oh, he
you
does.
You have a free shield for you to consider.
Ravik's going to expend the free shield.
Okay, so it slams out against the shield, and the arcane ward. What is it? What does Andalus's gifted shield look like as it flashes around Ravik?
I think so. This was from your earring token. So I feel like you kind of see that like kind of wave energy tumble out and take form, and it like shoo,
Perfect.
Shinks in front of you.
As the fist slams into this protective barrier, this like greenish magical energy washes over you in this purplish blue haze. And you are saved because your lowest spell slots are 3rd level, and that it would be a mess for Ravik to take a hit
You're
here.
welcome, bestie.
All right.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah. So that'll take us to Kieran. You've got one behind you. You would have advantage.
I'm
on
going
attacks.
to take a whack at the injured one with advantage. Nat 20.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice.
And remember not only to double the 6 from the blade, but also the 6 from the magical effect as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
2 6s, 1 and a 2. So it's 12, 13, 14, 15 plus 7. So that's 22.
22 will crush that one.
All right. I'm going to move over to the one attacking Ravik. And I'm going to hit it with my stick.
Fantastic.
First one is another nat 20. apparently that's how this fight's going. And it was a different dice that rolled it, so that one is not nearly as good. 18 damage.
Still standing.
And then I'm going to take my last offhand attack, which is 28, and that's a d4 plus 2, so that's 5 more damage.
Okay, that is enough. As it cracks and its dust joins the swirling storm, and now like in Twister, if you've, the sound of the tornadoes in Twister that sound like a growling belly getting louder. All of you hear that growing mass of the swirl, and out of the center of the vortex, all of the dust begins to form into a shape as a living Aether Haze appears at the center of the battlefield.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that's not good.
Our morning
That's
would go.
Do I have any movement left? I should have one more square, right?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you still have one. I think you actually have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah.
You got 10 feet.
I am going to step into the monster so I'm right up against it so I can give someone flanking.
Okay, absolutely. When you move into within 5 feet of it, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
That's +4. That's 13.
13. You take 1 point of force damage as the buffeting dust around it is trying to push you out of its range, but does not succeed. All right. That takes us to Ravik.
Well, Jesus. Trying to be conservative with my spell. Conservative, yeah, right. With my spell use.
So there's an element that Ravik has picked up on is these creatures eat on spell slots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to.
Burn it or lose it.
So they'll eat your spell, but if there's nothing to eat, they can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to use my spells, but I don't want to get close and swing the sword at it.
No, so if you have the spell unused, they can eat it. They can eat it. But if you use the spell slot, they can't eat that spell slot.
Oh.
Yeah.
You mean if I... Okay.
Yeah, and the amount of damage that they do is based on the number, the level of the spell that it's eating. And so with you at third, that's a pretty hefty hit.
Okay, so I'm going to Witch Bolt.
Okay, so you are going to Witch Bolt at level 3. So go ahead and roll the attack.
Mm-hmm. I should probably
And
try to roll
Witch
this
Bolt is a spell that they did change.
Yikes. It's 15 to hit.
That hits the big guy. But I need you to also roll a d20 for me, please.
Jesus. I knew that this would not be good for me. It's fine. It's all in the sake of the role play. Oh, not bad. An 18.
An 18?
An 18.
On your d20 check. So first, this is the first time you've cast Witch Bolt. What does Witch Bolt look like as Ravik is casting it?
Witch Bolt, instead of like things like Eldritch Blast, whatever, that's like a stream of like water that would shoot out, it just I like ting my glass hilts together, and then they start to sort of crackle with electricity, and it just shoots like a bolt of electricity out.
And it hits the creature, and you all watch as this like swirling vortex of that dust, the spell impacts it, and you can see that the dust particles right at the impact begin to shift and change color to blue as that blue energy begins to infect the whole cloud. And now there's this crackling blue energy throughout the whole thing. Ravik, what you feel as you cast this spell at third level is the aether around you suddenly swarming into your vicinity, like it's being sucked into the spell that you're casting and released. Mm-hmm. And the spell is empowered by the Aether Haze. So normally you would be doing right now 3d12. No, 4d12. You're doing 6d12 damage.
What?
Amazing.
Well, howdy, partner. Okay, all right. So
as Aether Haze can diminish or bolster a spell, and you rolled it to bolster.
That's what's up. I'll just roll like this. 4, 5, 6 d12 on the dice. Oh man, 47 points of damage. When I like release it, I have to like steady myself. It's so much like electrical force coming out of my sea glass rods.
Yeah, Kieran and Andalus both, you just feel like the static energy like pulling inwards towards the blast of this spell as your hair, not yours, Kieran, begins to stand on end in the direction.
Would be right.
Yeah.
I don't have hair either, technically.
Oh, that's true. That's right. Not in your current form. You see like Bonnie suddenly like poofs out all of the feathers as this enormous blast slams into the creature. Now, what you do notice is that as the spell hits, all of the energy of that spell suddenly is absorbed into the dust, and it is now no longer a purple and blue. It is this crackling lightning monster. Anybody with magical skills can roll an Arcana check.
But that happens to be my skill.
Bonnie can.
I didn't roll. I rolled a nat 1. It all comes back
Will
around,
not.
baby. Oh, no, that's a 7.
I got a 4.
Ravik,
Yeah, I don't know what this shit is.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
rolled
What did you say?
a-
an,
I rolled
an
a-
Arcana check. Yeah,
I'm not.
Does 11 tell me anything, Josh?
a lemon doesn't.
This is magic. Wow.
16.
A 16. With
Yeah.
the 16 is enough to know that the living spells were created from Aether husks that had a spell imparted into them. Ravik, you just get the sense that you've created a living witch bolt.
Oh, no.
How do you befriend a living spell? Well, it's my spell.
How do you kill one?
We made you.
We made you.
Call me
And
Papa.
as we know from science fiction, the made creature never comes back to kill
No, it's fine. It's the
its
best,
maker.
the best relationships ever.
All right. And that kind of is going to change the color of the fight a little bit as the blue energy of the bolt begins to take
You see how he
over.
walked me into that? Like, oh, you got to use those spells or it can come back and bite you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a trade-off. All right. That takes us to Andalus. As you see the blue energy begin to swarm around this creature, and it is now kind of crackling with energy.
Ooh,
are we
have
still
Lucky
trying-
cast
are we-
help heal
It's my
on it.
turn. It's my turn. Are we still trying to run? Or are we trying to fight?
Living lightning. I don't know if it's a good idea to.
Okay. So I'll put my spores out. And this makes 15 feet of difficult terrain for enemies.
Okay, absolutely. Good. And that
All the
surrounds
ground
you.
is moss now. Yes.
I really,
And then I will. I'll just. I'm not gonna attack it. I'm kind of scared of it. So
Okay.
I'll leave my little moss here and I'll walk away.
You're going to walk away. So as you go to move, it's going to take a swing at you.
Can I action to disengage? That was my bonus action.
Yeah, you can disengage with your action. Mhm.
Yeah, I'll disengage and I'll.
So then the attack of opportunity here will be at disadvantage. Ooh, and that's good because that's a natural 20 and a 2. And so as you move out, you see this massive like purplish blue fist kind of appears out of the tornado and comes to slam in your direction, like lightning wreathing around it. But as you move out of the way, the fist disappears back in and it just becomes this swirling tornado mass again. Kind of like fighting Sandman, I think, like in Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
All
All right, let's get out of here then.
all right, and you make your way towards the door. Lucky is up next. Looking at no one.
Can
Is,
absorb spells, cast heal on it, and become pacifist.
Yeah, that'd be so great.
let's see. I'm looking at this.
Of course, it could heal it from any damage we've done to it, but you know.
Yeah, it would
All right.
definitely do that.
So I will let you guys. At some point, I'm gonna like make one of you, Jaeger. Would you? So you're having to make saving throws. Would you prefer bless, or would you like Lucky to do some damage here?
Non-spell damage.
I think. Oh, I was gonna say bless is probably better.
Okay, we can do that.
They're better buffing us than
Yeah.
damage. I think.
Sounds good. So this white energy kind of flares through the chamber, and each of you feel like this, like almost like a pat on the back as this like energy kind of warms into you. All of you now have an additional D4 that you can add to attacks and saving throws.
Sweet.
And then Lucky
Nice.
is going to. Lucky cannot move past this without taking an attack of opportunity. So they're going to just move back into this corner out of the way a little bit here. All right. That takes us to. Oh, nope, I didn't. That takes us to the back of the top of the round. Everybody, please make a Constitution saving throw.
With D4.
With a D4, yes, from Lucky.
Oh, it's not going to matter. That's a natural 1.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
2 nat 20s and 2 nat 1s, so it's balancing out.
I got a 3. Yeah,
Okay.
last session's getting back on me.
No.
I got a 25.
That's a success.
Yeah, Bonnie. Okay. I got a 16.
Josh, can I activate my curse on it since it's force. Is this the creature making us make a saving throw?
Yes, because now the tornado is alive, so it is the
Okay,
creature's
so
action.
I can curse it. Sorry, I'm looking at my curses really quick. Ooh, I'll do lead and shoes. So its speed is reduced even more to its speed is only 5 feet and it can't make opportunity attack.
Perfect. Nice. And that lasts for how long?
It is 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, good. That's perfect. You all watch as like Andalus flies through the air and slams through this bookshelf and into this wall over here. In midair, the curse is released. What does the curse look like, Andalus, as you send this recursive energy back towards the creature?
I think at first it looks like vines coming out, and then the vines get like super angular, like tech, and then kind of like firewall it around it.
And so like they slam into, and it just kind of, you see like the tornado's spin just kind of seems to slow and fight against these vines as it's spinning there in place. Kieran, you lift up and slam back into this bookshelf, which topples over and falls away.
Uh-oh.
Lucky succeeded and Ravik succeeded. So Kieran, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. I'm rolling low on these 6s. Andalus, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam into the bookshelf, kind of cartwheel back and then slam into the wall behind it as it moves you all around the battlefield a little bit. Bonnie, that's you.
All right. I am going to cast. Oh, I'm not cast. I'm going to use Channel Divinity.
Okay.
And specifically shift focus. So they're within the enemies within 30 feet of me. They need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, that is not their strength. That is a 3 on the die, and they have a -3 to wisdom.
Cool. I think they failed.
That's a 0 on the saving throw.
So they have disadvantage on attacks against anyone other than me.
Okay.
And they can't move more than 30 feet away from me.
Perfect. All right. So they're kind of locked in on you. And then, so that's your action. Anything with your bonus action?
That's my bonus.
Oh, it's your bonus action. That's right. And so your action?
So yeah, my action is going to be to cast Warding Bond on myself using one of my 2nd level spell slots.
Warding Bond does...
Oh wait, hang on. No, I had that wrong. Never mind. I'm casting Shield of Faith using a 2nd level spell slot.
Shield of Faith. So you get a +2 bonus to your AC. Perfect. Yeah. All right. You had no other concentration up?
Nope.
Perfect. All right, good. So that ends Bonnie's turn.
I'm just going to kind of like gesture at it, like, come on.
Yeah. That takes us to the Aether Husk, who turns and moves 5 feet closer to Bonnie. And you can tell like its range is 10 feet, so it can definitely reach you from there. No. As it moves, like the energy rips up these bookshelves here, and they go flying off into different directions as the library is beginning to be torn apart by its movements. All right, it is going to make... Oh, hold on. It's now upgraded. Okay, cool. It's going to make 2 attacks against you, Bonnie. You have +2.
You got to beat a 20.
A 20 on your AC. Okay.
One
will miss.
It's just the shield and the 2 ears like look like above it.
It's just like
they're like flapping around in the wind.
The front door is closed. So the first one will definitely miss. The second one is 21, so that'll hit. As this like one of these fists kind of appears coming out of the lightning cloud, and it slams into the shield and glances off, and then another one kind of slams in the other direction and pushes you back against the wall, and you can feel like this shock of energy come through. That is 12 points of lightning damage to Bonnie as the fist connects and that lightning energy releases, and you all watch as the blue energy that was inside of it begins to diminish, and it returns back to just its purple its purplish blue dust color, as it seems to have expended the energy that Ravik had placed inside of the spell.
So it's no longer a living spell.
It's no longer a living witch bolt. Yeah, it's just like Aether Haze is like a potential, the potential of a spell slot, and you gave it its potential and it's used it, so now it's seeking more potential in this moment. Bonnie, do you have any active spell slots?
Just Shield of Faith.
Do you
mean open?
Like, do you have any open spell slots? Sorry, yeah.
Yes, I do.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
And I get a +4 to this.
You
right?
get a +4, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I got this, but just to be safe. 25.
At 25, so it does not rip the spell from you or do any additional damage. Do make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration on Shield of Faith. You just need to make a 10 on the saving throw.
14.
Perfect. You're great. That takes us to Kieran. Kieran, you're slammed through the bookshelf and picking yourself up out of the wreckage as you see it moving over towards Bonnie. Mm-hmm.
I charge back in. And I'm going to whack at it. Do I get flanking with Bonnie, or is it too far away?
So you have flanking because, well...
If reach doesn't count as flanking.
So it's still... It could not move right up to Bonnie, so it's 10 feet away. So no, you don't have flanking. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first attack is... 19.
That hits.
Okay, and this is going to be 2d6. That's 18.
18 points of damage. Nice.
Second attack. That is a 24.
That hits.
And, that's only 9 damage.
Okay.
And final attack is 22.
That hits.
And it does 5 damage.
5 points of damage. Nice. Slamming into it, the blue of your blade like cutting through and pulling away the dust, and the blade is now that energy is swirling around the blade still, and it's looking like. It does not have blood. It doesn't have flesh. You've never fought a creature like this. It's hard to tell. But you can see that it's straining against the vines. It is trying to bust out, but some of its movements are a little bit like what you would call bloodied. All right. That takes us to Ravik.
Seeing Bonnie in danger, I'm going to charge in. Is it?
Oh, and Kieran, sorry. Kieran, make a. It's been a Constitution saving throw. Make a Constitution saving throw as you get within 5 feet of it.
22.
You're good. You don't take any damage.
Is it possible to get flanking in any way? Or?
No. So Kieran's got flanking with doesn't have. Well, let's see. You have what? How many feet of movement do you have?
30, I believe.
5, 10. Yeah, you can get flanking on this side. As Ravik kind of slides in front of you, Bonnie. There.
I'm trying to. All right, so I'm gonna first attack with my watery scimitar.
Water.
Yeah. God dang it! Does a 17 hit?
17 hits.
Okay, yeah. D6.
It's big. It's hard to miss.
All right, so that's 8 damage with the scimitar. I'm gonna attack again with my extra attack feature. A 21 hit.
That hits.
Which is another 9 damage. So that's 8 and 9.
Okay.
And then with my crossbow expert, I don't take disadvantage on.
Do you want to activate? You can activate Witch Bolt every round with your bonus action. No, it's a free. It's a free D12 of action damage, or you can attack it with your crossbow.
Is it just gonna absorb it again? Okay, we'll do another Witch Bolt for another.
Okay.
D12. Why not? Just to get the keep the interest in the battle. 4 damage.
4 points of damage. Okay. The spell slot's already been expended to do Witch Bolt, so it does not absorb the spell energy. This is just an active effect on it.
Okay.
Good. All right. So Ravik's now up in the fray there. Andalus, as you and Kieran slamming it into the wall. Kieran picks himself up a little bit faster than you, but you're up next.
Okay. I'm gonna Witch's Grasp. Try to Witch's Grasp this.
Okay, that's a strength saving throw.
So, yes, it has to be a strength saving throw.
That is a 17.
I think that saves against mine. Saves. Sure. Yeah, that saves against me. Damn.
Okay, is that a leveled spell?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
I got 19.
Okay, so that is, that is empowered. So for saving throw spells, that causes a disadvantage on save. So that is only a 14 on the save.
Okay. I think that meets it.
Oh, that meets it. Okay. But
yeah, that meets it.
So you kind of reach out and you feel the empowered nature of the spell go through, but it's just hard to get a grasp of the large tornado swirling in front of you.
It still takes 1d8 necrotic damage.
Which, because it's empowered, that is 3d8.
Oh, okay. Good. That's 9.
9 points damage. Nice. Good.
Yay.
All right. That takes us to Lucky. How's everyone looking?
Good.
I'm at 43 out of 59.
Okay. Anybody looking? Ravik, are you looking good?
I can manage. I'm doing all right.
All right. Then Lucky will Toll the Dead. Wisdom saving throw. With that -3, you're not going to make it. Okay, so that's 12 points of damage to, as you hear this like resounding like bell sound strike in the chamber. That's 12 points of damage. Okay, and then it's going to now can move. It's going to move over in this direction here. All right, that takes us to the top of the round. And as it entered into the bloodied state, you can feel like while it's moving slower, the energy around it is picking up. But Andalus and Lucky are out of range of that wind, the buffeting wind. But Ravik, Kieran, and Bonnie, I need you to make Constitution saving throws.
And you get the D4, right?
And you get the D4, yeah.
What's that?
That's a natural 3
Oh, no.
plus 4.
No.
That's a 7 plus another 4. That's an 11. Still not going to do it.
I got a 27.
That's success.
God,
Wow.
I got a 12.
Okay, so Ravik and Kieran, you both take 7 points of force damage as the buffeting storm is like pelting you with, it feels like sand biting into you, but every single time one of those little specks of aether sand hits you, it feels like it's releasing like tiny concussive like blasts into your skin as it traces across you. All right, that takes us to Bonnie.
All right, so I'm tanked up pretty good. I've got Shield of Faith up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, this is not concentration. I can just cast this. Right?
What's the spell?
Sanctuary.
I don't think Sanctuary is concentration.
It's just a bonus action. So
let me just double check. Nope, not concentration. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna cast it on Andulicite.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So it now cannot
I'm gonna use my level 2 slot again.
to cast your spell.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So now it can't target. If it tries to target Andulicite, it has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect. All right. And then anything with your bonus action?
Oh,
That's your bonus action. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Paladins have all of the bonus action spells.
I will now
Yeah.
take the dodge action.
Perfect. So you have it has disadvantage to hit you and disadvantage to hit anyone else. And if it tries to hit Andalus, it has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw or it can't target Andalus. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, that takes us to the Aether Hole. And it is the one who's been doing the most damage to it has been Ravik. It is not a smart creature. And so it is reacting.
Actually, I'm dealing more damage to it, I thought. Well, no, I yield to you.
That one witch bolt blast was like
Yeah, that's what I
was a huge blast.
Never mind.
So it's gonna make a swing.
It's not about me.
It's gonna make a swing at Ravik with disadvantage. That is a 19 on that one. That's still with disadvantage. That's a 21 to hit.
Jesus, man, you know it hits.
Is
that within 5 feet of me?
It is within 5 feet of you.
Were they already swinging at disadvantage?
They were already swinging at disadvantage, so protection wouldn't help anymore there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have the cloak too that gives them disadvantage. But
Yeah. Like there were 13 different disadvantages there. I just rolled a 17 and a 19 on the die, so that was
sometimes the attack just gets
sometimes it just gets through.
Ravik gets distracted, forgets to put up his guard.
Do you have any active spell slots?
I have one.
Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
I don't wanna.
Well, I'm gonna do this part first.
And do I get a D4 on that? Right?
Yes, you do. Mm-hmm.
So that's 14 plus 3. So 17.
That is a success. So
Nice.
you do not lose the spell slot and therefore take at 3rd level 3d8 additional damage. Yeah. Okay. So it's just the damage from the attack. 15 points of bludgeoning damage as this fist slams into you. Second attack coming your way, Ravik, at disadvantage. That is another. I rolled a natural 20 and a 17. So it's still going to hit, but it's not a natural 20 thanks to Bonnie. Make another Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I have advantage on con saves, which I've not been doing.
You have advantage on con saves, and you get a D4.
Okay. Sure. To 22 on the con save.
You
without the
succeed.
D4.
So the spell slot's not ripped from you, and you do not take 3d10 additional damage. 13 points of force damage as the second fist slams into you.
Say again, how much?
13.
13. Well, Ravik's gonna go ahead and sit his pretty little self down. Because
You say healer, please.
he's in the single digits.
Oh no, Ravik. Okay. All right. That takes us to
Know what Lucky's going to be doing?
Kieran. You see it kind of. It's doesn't have a face really, so it's hard to tell where it's focusing. But do you see two fists whip out and slam into Ravik behind you as Bonnie's trying to shield, but just can't stand against the might of the tornado. And that takes us to you.
I'm just going to try and kill it.
All right.
So,
Go ahead.
First attack is a 32
That hits.
to hit.
Yeah. I think so.
Sorry.
Nice. Yeah.
And that is 11 damage.
Okay. 11 points damage.
Second attack on the floor, re-rolled. That is a natural 2 plus 4, 16.
That's so wild that you rolled a natural 2 and still got to a 16. Yeah, that hits.
Skills.
That is 17.
17 points of damage.
Okay, and offhand, that's cocked. That's a 31
That hits.
to hit. And that is 4 more damage.
4 points of damage. Kieran, as you are carving into it, the blue of your blade glowing brighter and brighter, you finally carve up through the middle, and you all watch as suddenly every single dust particle in the air freezes. Kieran, what does it look like as you take out the Aether Hulk?
Well, this thing with it solidifying, it's brittle. So it's taking a hammer to an ice sculpture. Basically, It just shatters and bits are flung everywhere.
Perfect. And then all of the suddenly that wind energy just freezes, and all of that dust falls to the ground in massive piles, like at the bottom of an hourglass, as the haze itself clears.
Here he gets out a dustbuster.
We just killed Free. We just killed Free.
No, Free's still in the room.
fine.
Oh yeah, Free. Well, you don't know if there's still dust in the room or not, if there's haze in the room or not, because that's still behind that wall. Now, if you have, let's see, Bonnie, Andalus, Ravik, Lucky, go ahead and make Constitution saving throws for me.
Okay.
Why? What did I do?
Let me know if you get above a 12.
And +4, right?
Yeah, you saw +4 on it. Mm-hmm.
I got
20.
Nat 20,
I got
Andalus? 24.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A 16.
Don't forget, Endless, you get to add your D4
Am I-
bonus
Yeah,
dice.
absolutely. To your okay.
I got 23 with that.
Cool.
I just didn't choose to include it.
All of you roll for me. Roll a D4 for me.
Oh no, not again.
It's a good D4,
Ow,
right?
The sharp edge
Yeah.
D4's hurt.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
A 2?
I got a 2.
Okay. Bonnie, Andalus, you can regain up to 2 levels of expended spell slots.
Whoa, amazing.
So you can either do 2 level 1s or 1 level 2. Ravik, what'd you get?
A 1.
You can regain, your spell slots are weird. You regain 1 spell slot. Andalus, Lucky gets 3. Cool. And then, so as the dust kind of falls, you feel it like tingling on your skin for a moment, and all of you suddenly feel like that part of yourself that controls magic is slightly revitalized. And you notice that all the dust that clings to your skin suddenly changes to a grayish white and then falls off you onto the ground as its energy has been expended. But there's tons more dust in the chamber. The room beyond where Free was staying because he could not exist outside of Aether Haze is still closed off. What would you all like to do?
I'm going to try and bag up as much of this dust as I can because it's worth money.
It's worth a lot of money. Yeah. So if you, I would say, if you're not worried about putting it in vials, you could, I imagine Kieran probably has a couple money sacks. Like you could probably get 2 or 3 sacks filled with Aether dust. Mm-hmm.
Well,
And I can come back later with bags from Bonnie's wagon. Dump out a thing of flour, go back in.
I've got some empty bags.
You do have the
bags.
Oh, would it be possible to shovel some of this into this hole and transport it around?
I think you only need 10 feet of space. Is it 15 feet of space? I think on the whole.
I think we also
10 by 10.
10 by 10. Yeah.
Before we do that, we also put the curiosity in the hole. Is this gonna have any adverse effects on curiosity?
Why don't we take curiosity up to the thing and then come back here?
Well, I've
I
got
got
more
Probably a
bags.
good idea.
I've got 5 sacks that hold 1 cubic foot or 30 pounds apiece.
Yeah.
I think we'll go with the sacks then. You guys just
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's
we'll
probably
all help to collect as much as we can in the sacks.
there were 9 total. Yeah, you can fill all 5 sacks.
All right. So I'll divvy 1 out to everybody, I guess. And so that everybody gets a sack of aether dust.
Yep, a sack of aether dust. So like 1 cubic foot of aether dust. You have a tesseract of aether dust.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Josh. It's like you're gonna be telling us to use cubits next.
Uh-oh.
Hands.
Hands, yeah.
Anything but the metric system.
All right. So you guys spend a little bit of time doing that as the Aether Haze in the library has cleared. There's just now shattered bookshelves, books fallen all over the ground here. Many of the bookshelves are still standing, but that area around where the fight was taking place is kind of scattered.
Didn't the library specifically belong to the Sphinx?
No, the library was
No.
part of the
Okay.
university. Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
It's fine.
No one's ever used this library.
Clean up in aisle 9. We'll be fine.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do in the library?
I think for now we're gonna take her out of it.
Yeah, let's say we come back and see what
As
secrets
we're
the library
going,
hold.
while we're kind of like talking to ourselves, I want to ask everyone, should we like have some kind of meeting about what we use the aether dust for? I mean, it's very powerful, and I'm worried about distributing it to other places or people.
I think that'd be a fair conversation for us to have.
So let's all agree that we won't distribute it until we reach a group decided agreement.
That sounds fine with me.
Okay. Thank you. That
No
took me
problem.
like 30 minutes to figure out how to say, so I appreciate everyone listening.
You did it quite well.
Okay. I feel so sweaty, even though I don't think I sweat, but I feel sweaty. All right. That's all he wanted to
That's
say.
probably just condensation.
Yeah, or a leak somewhere.
It's like,
Might have to
it's like
check it
musty a little.
And
Dusty. Musty.
lucky cast Cure Wounds on you, Ravik. You get 21 hit points back.
Yay.
Thank you. I feel a little sprinkle of ether dust to boost. Nah, I'm kidding. Don't lose that.
you.
I mean,
Okay, all right.
the logical next step for any new discovery like this is it a drug? So I think that's fine.
That's what I'm like, let's talk about distribution.
Oh,
And what we
Rub it
can-
on your teeth.
Let's talk about what we're gonna do. with
Kieran
this
didn't
together.
Kieran say that they had run into some of this stuff previously, or from their extra dimensional?
No,
That
this was going to be something that Father would be able to trade well.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This has value off planet.
Yeah, and maybe because you said that I said that. So
Okay, makes sense. All right, I guess we should head back and let them know we found another aspect
piece.
of yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So you exit the library and make your way up out into the courtyard. It's like a little after midday because you guys came here right after breakfast to the library. And then make your way up the steps to the tower. And as soon as you approach the tower door, kind of out of the door itself, Indira's Joy walks out. Oh, hello. Welcome back to the tower. How are you all doing today? I hope your morning has been wonderful on the grounds. Can I help you with anything?
Well, it was just the most curious experience.
Curious is right. Yeah,
Completely uneventful, though.
I
Well,
wouldn't go that far.
that seems like a contradiction.
right, who's got the hole?
I think
Don't say it
Robert.
like that.
Yeah, I'll lay the
we
hole
should
down.
we should let her out in the central place so that connection can be reestablished there.
Oh, you are
right.
returning one of the other simulacrum. Oh, yes, this must be done inside the doors. And she waves her hand, and the two crystal golems open the giant doors leading into the tower, and she guides you into the main tower structure.
All right, I think we'll go up to the chamber.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she leads you up to kind of like that throne chamber where you met Indira Prime. And as you guys are coming in, like up on the balcony up at the top, you just hear, "Why are they back? Make them go away!" As Indira's anger is still here and is not pleased with your presence. But there's kind of an energy of joy walking through, and even like indifference makes an appearance of like what is going on in here. Sadness is just over in a corner, like listening to really bad music, like just like by herself.
We don't even know what the Smiths are, but she found them.
Yeah, she found the Smiths. The Cure is just blasting. It's fine. And
Actually, Robert Smith said that Morrissey's music was too depressing, and let's think about that for a minute.
Yes. As you now are in the large chamber, the kind of that opalescent chair or throne up at the top, but here in that circular tower structure, Ravik, you can lay out the portable hole.
Stretch out your hole.
I don't know if Ravik wants the hole anymore. I feel like.
I'm just sad that Jace isn't here to fully enjoy the double entendres and be contributing.
In the pleasure palace.
Stuck here with you
wow.
guys, and no Jace to make eyebrows at me.
No. Yeah, we'll stretch open the hole.
Yeah, you're getting into
God
it.
damn it!
No, God, like D&D, why did you name this the portable hole?
No.
Okay, so you stretch it out, and the moment
Well, we don't want to go anywhere, so we'll put the immovable rod like right above the.
Well, I mean, like it's a 10-foot diameter hole, so it's pretty big. Once you raise it, put it all out, and the moment you do, like the blackness fades, and you guys can see the. Please, other people have done so much worse. You see the like the storage compartment at the base light up, and looking up from inside in this extra-dimensional space, you see the crystalline form of Indira's Curiosity, as well as Spectre. Spectre kind of like flies up out of the hole and is like looking around the chamber. This is quite interesting. What would you call this space?
What is this space?
Oh,
Joy, what is the official name of this space?
Well, this is the Tower of Indira the Opal. That is a fine. I don't think she's ever given it a name. It's not like men naming their swords. Like, I think naming a tower is just, it's the Tower of the Opal.
Wait, men name their swords?
Oh, yes. Is it not a common thing within your culture to name your blades?
No.
I look at Kieran with like wide eyes.
No, it's your blade. It's
Oh, well.
I mean, there's the family one that is worn by the head of the family, but it's the family blade of the Van Riftens.
Oh.
It's not like Stephen or anything like that.
Oh, Steven's a good name for a sword.
No, that's terrible. So this is, and Indira's Joy like lifts a hand, and you just see like that box appears in the air, and she like pulls out like a couple books and like throws them in Kieran's direction. She goes, "Here, this is stories from our culture here. That is the story of the wielder of the tiller, and that is the story of the wielder of the wave dancer. Two very famous blades within the world of Illyria.
The what dancer?
The wave dancer."
Yeah, is that familiar to you?
It's like the tiller made out
Should
of
be.
like the rudder of a ship.
Oh no, the tiller is made out of vines and a tree.
That makes no sense.
Like tilling a soil,
That
like a tilling soil.
Yeah, Kieran, that sounds right up your alley. I wonder.
Well, they weren't going to call it a
I'm gonna
plow.
name my blade the tiller.
I think we should name it Rifty.
Rifty the.
I
think you
one of
should
her
name it.
should-
I think you should name it.
I am unconvinced on the whole naming your blade thing, but I'll consider it.
If you
I
name
think
your blade, I'll name mine.
Kieran, while you're saying this, Spectre has like hovered over behind you and goes, "It's quite more interesting when you're identifying a magic item if it has an interesting name."
There you go, right there.
Fun. That's so fun.
But if it's not a magical item,
Oh, but
it's made of wood.
but the blade is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he points to the blade that you finished carving yesterday. Meanwhile, like Indira's curiosity is like in the hole still, and you all kind of finally look down to see, and she's just like, "And where is this space here? What could I do with this space? I think, Spectre, we could turn this space here into a research laboratory for, yes, the aether dust." And she finally looks up and realizes that all of you are staring down at her, and she says, "Oh shit, I'll be back in the tower."
Are you sure you're not in Dear's ADHD?
What's the difference? And she, "Oh shit, I'll be back in the tower."
Yes, ma'am.
Well, get me out of here then. She kind of like lifts up her hands to have somebody help pull her up out of the hole.
Yeah, we'll
I'll
reach into the hole.
help her out.
Jesus.
I think Bonnie's the strongest. So I think Bonnie
Yeah.
should lift her out, everyone. But
Kieran will hold on to Bonnie while Bonnie holds on to.
Yeah.
I think Bonnie's got it. She's strong.
Yeah. No, I got it.
You lift Curiosity up, and the moment her feet connect with the glass floor of the tower, she's like left the extra dimensional space. You see like this ripple of energy like fly through her crystalline form, and then she kind of clears her head for a second and looks at you all. Oh, but I feel like I was in a dream and all of you were there. Where have I been? Why? How long have I been asleep?
I'm going to let your sisters answer that.
Joy kind of looks at her and she goes, "Oh no, you ran away, sister. You were out of the tower." And Curiosity goes, "Oh, well, I hope I did not get up into anything untoward there. Unchecked curiosity is quite a dangerous thing. Well, thank you all for returning me here and home."
Yeah,
Don't mention it.
Don't think you did too much damage. I didn't hear anything about any dead felines or anything. So,
But you do need to take care of Free. He's still down. They're still down in the library.
Who's free?
And Dulus is so mad. Hold on, I have to roll to see if he can keep his composure.
did no one get my joke?
I did.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Um,
it just wasn't that funny. Okay, it's fine.
Wasn't-
sorry, I'm having a character moment.
Go. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I feel like it's in character that you're joking while I'm having
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like,
Robin's
it's in
making jokes about
character.
Curiosity killing cats, and
He's like, and Dulus is having like a mental fucking breakdown.
yeah.
He's just like completely stone faced. Something you created in the library that you're responsible for.
And it is
Simulacrum of some kind.
as a living.
It's like a
thing?
modron, except different.
Well, why does it need my protection?
Well, it's almost living, and it can communicate, and it needs your protection because you created it.
But why can't it? Why does it? It could just come here. Why does it have to stay there?
It has to stay where the ether dust is.
The haze.
Yes, it has to stay where that is.
Oh. You are a crafty person, yes?
I like look to the others.
But
I've never seen him knit, if that's what you're saying.
but if we
Makes those nice little knickknacks that, give us boosts and whatnot.
and if there's a creature that must have the Aether Haze in order to survive, perhaps you and I could create something that allows it to not stay there.
Okay. I will help you with the thing that you were responsible for.
She kind of waves an arm, and you notice like the tower, while circular in structure, does have sides. It has 8 sides, one side being where the throne is. One of the walls on one of the corners just like lifts up, and you see beyond it a laboratory that is massive, has every kind of laboratory instrument that you can possibly imagine there, beakers and alembics and crucibles and weights and scales and books and magical materials. And Indira's curiosity kind of guides you into the chamber there, and she's like looking around at all of the things. So he must breathe the Aether Haze or exist within the Aether Haze, and she's kind of looking around at everything, and she says, "Oh, this one," and she grabs a book, pulls it out, and it says like the Artificers of Azalor. And she's like scrolling through, and she says, this, and she points to a device that looks like a capsule that you would wear on your back with hoses that go up to a clear or metallic helmet, and it kind of like screws into a collar at your neck. She says they use this in Azalor as a way to breathe underwater, but perhaps if we could fill the capsule with haze, then this creature could exist outside of the space.
That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, he's going to be like that Hellboy character.
Simeon?
Ape Sapien.
Ape Sapien.
No,
It's not Ape Sapien.
Oh, no, it's not.
No. The professor.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love him. I forget his name.
God, what is his name?
Just look it up.
All right.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Hang on.
Now, so what we'll do is like a little crafting thing. So Andalus and Indira's curiosity are going to do the bulk of the crafting work.
Sure.
So what we need is like somebody who is good at finding and sourcing materials, because this is like a library of materials here to like look through. So somebody with a good investigation check could help find the resources that are here. Somebody who has the ability to create some kind of like magical energy that would weld or create heat. And then somebody with strength who can hammer or shape or forge things. I don't know.
I could try to help to look for things. I'm not very good at welding, and I'm not the strongest one here.
For the terms of this, spending magic on anything that does lightning damage or fire damage could be used as a welding device.
Yeah, I can produce flames, so
Okay.
I know I'm doing crafting stuff, but
Well, I have a lightning spell. If you're busy crafting, I can help in that.
Okay. So Ravik, crafting, Kieran or Bonnie searching for stuff.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll help search.
Okay. And then one of you would also need to help with like the hammering and shaping of materials, which would be strength, would be athletics checks.
I'm a strong one.
+2 to athletics.
Bonnie, what's your
So that's going to be Bonnie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
got this.
So Kieran, go ahead and make an investigation check as Curiosity gives you a list of resources to find.
Investigation, that actually is something that uses Vidalkin.
This will determine the quality of the construction and how long free can exist outside of an aether space.
9.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Johann Kraus.
14.
14. Okay. So you find the tubing that she's looking for. You find like the glass frame and the metal bits, as well as the collar piece. And 14 is, let's see, for investigation, 14 is a success. So that is 1 success on the building of the device for free. As you return those items over to Curiosity, she begins to kind of lay them out, and she starts saying, okay, Andules, you, if you will stitch this collar here into this item, and she kind of hands you a cloak that would drape over free and hold the collar piece there so that it has something structure on. Go ahead and make a what you do for your normal crafting check. Bonnie, she kind of turns to you and she gives you like these metal strips, and she needs you to shape them around the dome structure so that it can create clasps that go into the collar and tighten them together. So go ahead and make an athletics check to properly shape these 4 pieces.
Do I still get bless?
I think bless may have expired. I think it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's over.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, it only lasts 1 minute. Okay. 16. That is success for shaping those. So that's 2 successes for freeze object. As you hammer them into the correct kind of lattice work and create like this cage around the glass helmet that then can slide into the collar piece that turns and locks into place. What was your check, Andalus, for?
Yeah, 21.
21. That's a success for the crafting of that element. And then she finally turns to you, Ravik, and she says, all right, so I need a welding spot here and then on the collar here. And so, Ravik, you're going to burn a spell slot. And you're kind of targeting the lightning energy into these specific points. Go ahead and make a spell attack roll for me.
Yes. 17.
17. Okay. So you all kind of watch as like this, like Ravik's like arc welding with like like holding the witch bolt spell in his hand and then like arc welding with the lightning energy of the spell as putting all those together. And then finally, so that lowers the DC for Indira's Curiosity by 4 because you guys had 4 successes. Who's been rolling? Who would like to roll for Indira? You can choose. Rob's been rolling hot, or you can choose somebody else.
Rob has been high and very low.
I feel like this is my quest, so I'll roll it. Right.
That's fair. That's fair.
You're adding.
This is my fucking.
You're
business.
adding 8 to this.
Okay.
No, sorry, because you're adding 10 to this with the +4. And you have, your goal is to hit a 15. No, sorry, 16.
Okay.
So you need to roll a 6 or higher on the die.
Ooh, I got an 8 on the die.
Perfect. 18.
Okay.
So
yes, that's good. Yes.
Over the course of an hour, you all spend your time kind of crafting this object. And she finally, like when it's done, like Curiosity, like her hair is made of crystal, but she still kind of like pulls it back and ties it into a bun behind her head. And she looks at each of you and she goes, well, I think that is quite a beautiful construction, if I do say so myself. Now, what you would need to do is she kind of shows you the canister and she says, this is a reverse valve here. So you will need to open this canister in an Aether Haze space and allow it to suck in the haze, and then close it off, attach the hose, and then it should fill the glass bowl once it is on. Free, you said? Free.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But then it should work, I suppose. But we shall see.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. I'll go see if it works.
Okay. Well, it was wonderful working with all of you. Please, I will leave the laboratory open. You are more than welcome to come explore. She kind of waves at a wall of books in the back, all of the laboratory tools here. You are more than welcome to use this space to, if you are any creative people or potion brewers or anything of such, please feel free to use.
Thank you.
No, we appreciate that.
Okay.
All right. And then Curiosity walks away as she like suddenly thinks of something else that she'd like to explore. And she goes back to another. You start mixing random chemicals into a beaker at the back.
All right, let's go give this to Free.
Let's.
All right.
As you walk out of the
Pick up
chamber.
some extra bags from Bonnie's wagon so we can fill some more ether dust.
Perfect. As you walk out, you hear an explosion at the back of the chamber as the beaker explodes in her hand. She goes, "Nope, that was not right. That was no. I'll try again." And she goes back to trying something else. As you guys leave the tower, and Joy says, "Well, you are making good work. In one day, you've already returned one. I assume there are 2 others. Have you had a chance to find Fear or the other as well?"
We know one is in the garden, the maze.
Yes.
Edge.
Yes, of course. And you stayed away from it because it is a dangerous place, as I said.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Go-
Absolutely.
Make
Oh,
a
look at the time.
Here for Bob's
We need to get,
Burgers.
it's been a rough morning. I think we need to get something to eat. So,
of course. It's sad.
I rolled a 7 deception.
Sadness is cooking today, so I deeply apologize. But lunch, if you are ready for it, it will be at the dormitory whenever you arrive.
I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with the situation at all.
right,
As you leave Andalus, Joy kind of looks at you and then just smiles. But is too joyful of a person to call you out for any lies.
Oh, I feel so bad. She's so nice. Laura says she's so nice.
All right. But she kind of guides you out of the tower. And then she says, based on Curiosity's invitation, I will leave the door of the tower open. You are free to come and go as you need. You do not need to wait for my arrival. And as Curiosity said, you may use the laboratory as well.
thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
I'm curious, what does a sad meal look like, Josh?
It's
Very
just,
salty.
is it gray? It's all gray. Yeah, it's like,
It's
porridge.
oatmeal without any cinnamon or sugar
it's just-
or butter or anything.
It's like porridge and grits. it's just everything's the same
Mushy,
color. Yeah.
colorless food
Mashed potatoes,
for
boiled chicken.
Jesus.
Doesn't matter. to me.
What's the line from
To sadness or depression? What?
So English food.
English food. Yeah. So there we go. It's just British food.
eel pie?
Yeah.
No.
Toadies in a hole. All right. But you guys come out back into the sunlight of the courtyard. And if you want to grab some more bags from Bonnie's cart, you can. And then head back into the library space down into the basement. And Kieran and Bonnie, Ravik, as you're collecting the dust, Andalus, you walk up to the back door. And it's still sealed shut.
Let us know if you need a hand, Andalus.
Now I'll knock on it and be like, Free, it's okay to come out now.
No. We need to send you in and slam the door shut behind you so you can collect the Aether Haze that's still up in the room.
They gotta open the door first.
Right, but we're going to open the door a crack. You're going to shoot through. We're going to shut it so that all the Aether Haze...
I just don't want to be rude.
You don't hear a
Oh, no,
response
no.
from inside.
Oh no!
Is it unlocked?
Yeah, you guys unlocked it.
Okay.
The two, they're still turned, so they're unlocked. You just have to
Alright,
slide the door.
I'll do the super quick open shut.
Okay,
myself
so
on the other
you
side.
slide the door open and then close it behind you. And as you turn around into the space, the dim light of the torches in the chamber is still filled with Aether Haze.
Oh, whew, thank
Oh,
God.
good.
Good.
And as you kind of close the door, like you see coming from out of the shadows in the background, Free. Hello, Endless.
Hi, Free. I made you something.
You made a gift for Free?
Yeah. We all worked on it. So it's like a gift from everybody.
Free doesn't get gifts.
You do get gifts. Yeah, you're getting a gift right now. So,
Okay.
if you want it.
He looks at it.
It'll let,
What is it?
it'll let you go up out of the Aether Haze. You have to refill it every now and then, but I'll open it and start to like fill the chamber.
Okay. You release kind of the outer hold on the chamber, and it begins to like suck in, and you just see Aether Haze kind of collapsing into it. You get the sense that like this is not a permanent solution.
Sure.
The haze in here will eventually go away. Mm-hmm. But it will last you don't know how long it will last within the chamber or how often he'll need to come back down and do this. But eventually the haze stops, the canister fills, it stops pulling in, you close it off, attach the hose, and show how to put it on his shoulders, and he kind of leans into it, and you just see like the concaveness of the glass like exaggerates his expression, so he's like bigger, and he does still have his mouth is like, carved apart, like, and he's like grinning,
like a little Pikmin.
And then you twist the over the collar, and it kind of hangs heavy on him for a moment, and then for like a second later he's like, he breathes, and you just start to see like the purple haze fill the glass canister around his head, and his like head disappears, and it's just a cloud of purple and blue gas surrounding him within the chamber.
So this is the true origin story of Mysterio.
Mysterio, there you go. Yeah.
You may want to take your time on that. We have to refill it every now and then.
Oh, is there a way to know if it's empty, or when it's going to be empty?
I like look to see if there's like a visual indicator. Like, can you see it at all?
No, Curiosity did not think to install like a valve measure.
Gauge.
A gauge, yeah.
That's a design flaw now, isn't it?
You think it would? You don't think it would be hard to install one, but
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go up to the workshop and I'll put it in.
Up to what?
You get to see everything now. You can go up and see the sun and like all the stuff.
This is everything.
No, this is a very small something, and there's so much more. Just come with me.
Oh my god, it's gonna be like
my little hand out for them. You shut up! I'm having a moment. with this thing.
Okay. You kind of guide him over to the door. Carefully open the door and then close it behind you to trap the haze in the chamber as much as possible. And he goes, "This is something."
Something. There can be something more, though. You don't even know if this is the best you could have.
This is new too.
Oh, right. Yeah. So this is what it looks like outside that room.
This is the outside.
There's even more. This is honestly not the best view of the outside. This is kind of like a musty hallway.
This is an inside that's outside of the inside you were in. But there's an outside of this.
Is this where the sun is?
Oh, no. Come on. I'll show you. Okay. I'm going to take him up, everybody.
Okay. As you guys spend time collecting more invaluable aether dust, as you kind of head upstairs, and you got him up into the library. And the moment you step foot into the library, his eyes kind of go wide as he looks out at the sunlight streaming through the empty shelves. And then he like backs back down into the staircase a little bit.
Oh,
outside is big.
Yeah. It's a little scary at first.
Is that the sun? And he points up at the orrery, like flowing up, hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, no. The sun's even bigger than that. Huge.
Bigger is...
but far away. Very far away.
How long will it take to get there?
We have a lot to talk about. All right, so I like take him to the workshop. I like see if I can coax him over to the workshop.
Okay. As you get him out to the entrance to the library, the moment you open the door and he sees the world, I need you to make a persuasion check because he is very, very much like, that's too much, and I could stay. I could just stay here.
He's whelmed.
I feel like I would have asked Lucky to come with me because Lucky has calm emotions in case this goes wrong.
Yeah, and you have guidance.
I think they have it prepared right now. I do have guidance. Oh no, I rolled so badly. You said this is persuasion?
Persuasion.
No, Josh, I want to be really honest with you. I rolled a 2.
Oh no.
So the good things about here are, well, you feel. Well, I don't know if you feel. And then you could smell the. I don't know if you smell either. You could hear birds, but you don't know what birds are. I start having a panic attack.
Yeah, he kind of like.
I think we're both having a panic attack.
He backs away from the door and he's like, this outside is better than that outside.
Well, I mean, yeah, you could stay in this outside, but we need to talk to Andira about you. So. Well,
you are out from outside. You can do that.
Okay, if this makes you happy right here, that's fine.
What do they call it when you have a space?
This could be your home.
Home?
Your home.
Home free.
Mm-hmm.
Home free.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like completely teary-eyed. He's like crying.
As you kind of like, he realizes you're not going to make him go outside.
Yes,
and
I do not have to go outside.
He like backs away from the door and he's like looking around at like, and the light shining through turns blue for a second and then like goes back to white. And the Ori's gently spinning in the air. And he kind of looks around and he's like, home here, you can go outside and I'll stay here.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want now.
And then if this is empty,
you go back down and you refill it like I did, and then you can go back up.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
He cries again.
What is?
I don't.
You're leaking oil.
I don't know if it's oil or if it's just like a water supply. Like in the rain, he collects water and then there's like water coming out.
Would Abel have invented robots that can actually cry tears?
Abel would have.
I think after meeting Jury, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Post Jury Abel, yes.
There is a reservoir of tears that Andalus can cry from, and then replenished by the rain. Sounds good. Or when you get into a hot tub.
But he has to get the salinity right, so I like to think he actually mixes it himself when he starts getting low. It's like, almost poured his tears out.
It's just water. They don't need to be saline.
And he kind of looks, and he finally, after a moment of like looking around and exploring, he says, "What? Your friends? Why are they collecting?" And he kind of points at his own like self dust.
I'm not really sure why they're doing it. It's I guess powerful.
Is free powerful?
I think it's really magnificent that you're here.
Aww.
And I'll give Free my bag of Aether dust.
Okay. He kind of takes it in his hand. And as he kind of like looks at it, I mean, he touches it. And you see like his hand hits it and he's able to like pull it up out of the bag, and it just like forms this like ball in his hand and is like swirling around as he moves it between himself. And then he touches like 2 points of it together, and you watch as like one of the little pieces of dust turns gray, and then gray, and then the whole ball turns gray and then loses its connection to him and falls to the ground. Sleep.
Sleep?
Mm-hmm.
You put it to sleep, or
It sleeps now.
because you used the energy?
I said goodbye.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's your bag of dust. You can do whatever you want with it, so.
It's gone.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I thought maybe you could use it like long term or something, but that's fine. It's very. I could have sold it for a lot of money, but that's fine. He's just muttering to himself.
Yeah.
I could have paid off all my shit, maybe. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm so.
You have more, but your whole party has a bunch. But
he can. Yeah, I give him my whole bag though.
yeah, but you get this like sense that he's able, like, he connected with the dust in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Meanwhile, downstairs,
Yep. The Ghostbusters here.
yeah, you guys are able to clean up as much as you can, and you realizing like there's a whole library here of texts and things. If there's anything that you all were needing to or wanting to research or find, but yeah, you guys probably get 3 more bags of dust. So I think a total now of. We lost 1. So 6 bags of Aether dust, or 7. And, yeah. And you still have the vials from before. Still not sure exactly what the properties are, but you do have access to a walking identify if you want to take it to Spectre and see if he can give you the information about it, as he was once made from this as well. But as the evening goes, like it takes you a couple hours to clean up all the dust, and as you're heading back to the dormitory for, a mid-morning meal or mid-afternoon meal, kind of going into late, like an early lunch dinner. Lord Kieran, I wrote Abel on the initiative tracker, and then I just called Rob Source. Kieran. As your party is kind of gathering their things and heading back out of the library to the courtyard to head over to the dormitory, you hear the voice in your head that comes from your sending stone.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about time that you check in, isn't it? Finding anything interesting on your little walkabout?
I respond. In the midst of this, have found something with huge potential. Determining what exactly it is, then was going to notify you. But I think we've got something very valuable.
Then you feel like a spell, not the sending stone spell, come through. And the voice of one of your sisters. Father is quite concerned that you may not be able to identify the value of any items. I recommend finding some proof for him before he sends help your way.
That was the plan.
And then another spell comes through. I'll keep him at bay as long as I can, little brother. And the spell goes.
Can I reply to it?
Yeah, you can reply to that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let him know we're onto something, but I don't want to make any empty promises or blow something out of proportion. But if this is what I think it is, all will be worthwhile.
She doesn't waste the spell slot I'm returning to you. But you know that sometimes no news from your father is not necessarily bad news. And as you all kind of head into the dormitory to plan your evening time and where you go from here, that's where we'll pick up next week.
Yay. Amazing.
Question, Kieran's pretty studious, right?
Yeah.
Can Ravik, before we leave the library, pull Kieran to help him look for a couple of books just for recreational reading about Sphinx and maybe myriads, Sphinx and myriads.
Myriads and sphinxes.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
For no specific reason.
If you get Kieran's help, then Kieran, I think Ravik is asking you to roll investigation because you're proficient in it. If you can roll with advantage on that.
Sure thing. Not. Where'd it go? Investigation. So, 22.
22. Yeah, so before you guys all leave, and Ravik, you pull Kieran to the side, this would be in the basement as you are cleaning up. And you kind of are looking through the various different things. What Kieran's able to do is point out like what it seems that the organizational structure of the books seem to be, which helps you find the right area of the library to search. And you're kind of going through a couple of the shelves that are still intact, as well as a couple of piles of books that fell off of one of the shelves. And you do find a book that may or may not be interesting to you. And it just says, "The leading servants of the primals during the original war with the Nine."
A little light reading before you go to bed.
Precisely. That's exactly what this
Mainly because it'll put you to sleep, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
Kieran with his manga, like
Exactly.
Yeah, this looks like the title structure and the way it's written. It kind of seems like someone's like dissertation or thesis from university. Like it has like that long title. It's bound in a very simple text. You open up the first page. The author of this book is Indira.
Indira. Written by
This, you have in your hands Indira's like thesis for graduation at the Violet Conclave.
Oh, so once we get Indira back to the full self, I can probably sit her down and pick her brain.
Yep, but you've got the book you can read and discover.
The title again is it's
the leading servants of the primals during the original war with the Nine.
So the leading or fleeting?
The leading servants of the primals during the original war of the Nine.
Gotcha.
Which Ravik knows that that's like reference to like the origin stories of Illyria itself. That the Nine gods fought the primals.
Yeah, I'm not sure what manga Kieran reads, but Cowboy Bebop is totally his favorite anime.
What is it called? Like Blade of the Samurai, Blade of the Immortal. Isn't that a samurai one?
Kieran's like reading like, if the author weren't a shithead, Rurouni Kenshin, but like,
I know.
Is it Yojimbo with the
Yojimbo?
Yeah.
Yojimbo. Yes. Oh, that's my favorite headcanon that's ever existed. That's everything. Sagi Yojimbo. I like how he's the equivalent of a guy that like gets into anime, goes to convention and buys a fucking samurai sword at the dealer's hall, and then Andilos is like, "This is the coolest man I've ever seen."
He's a mall ninja.
Rob, are you still in season 1 of Unsleeping City?
I am on the penultimate episode. They've just gotten through the fight at the stock exchange.
Oh yes,
and I'm about halfway through the gearing up what they're doing in the 3 hours before they go to do the ball drop.
So I will not ruin anything, but like the second season of Unsleeping City, the joke that was just made about Kieran is
no, I've been watching the one-off live episodes, and so I don't know the situation, but Murph's playing the edge lord.
The sword of
guy.
like the anime sword of destiny guy. Yeah.
Funny.
Like it is the peak, like I have the power of God in anime on my side.
Okay. And then Andulis looks at him and he's like, "That's the coolest guy I've ever seen," and it's so funny.
And just so you know, with what Atwood put in the chat, Kieran is going to name the sword the Throngler.
The Throngler? Oh God. Why did you have to do it, Atwood? All right. Well,
It's too good. It's too good.
well, we'll pick up with the Throngler then next week. Yeah.
We named the other one Steve then. I really like
the Throngler and Steve.
No.
Yep.
I think that's pretty great.